snowed. It snowed in North Carolina. Let's make some snow tie-dye. What's up, old lady? Yes. Stay out of my coffee. Yes, I love you too. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Ooh, let's have some fun. I just grabbed some random stuff from my stash. And it's all been soaked in a soda ash water solution for 20 minutes or more, like always. This is a little organic cotton tote. And I'm just going to crinkle it. I'm not going to go through the whole process of this is how you do this is how you do this, because we've done that in prior videos. This is more of a let's play in the snow day. So this is a quick crinkle for this little tote and rubber band it together. And next I have a couple of flannel scarves that my friend Sandra over edged and sewed for me. I'm just going to do the same thing, just kind of a quick crinkle on both of these, just so we can play with some tie-dye powder. I'm excited! Here I have a long sleeve t-shirt, and I'm just going to fold it in half and do a really wide fan fold up the body and then crinkle the sleeves, just to give two kind of contrasting patterns on this design. I am not going to rubber band this together super tightly, and you'll see why, because the way I do my ice dye, I only do one side, and so I want it to be able to actually soak through the material. Now I have the fan pretty much held in place, so I'm going to scrunch up the sleeves real quick and get these rubber banded together as well. Here's a shirt that my dad got for me. It's an ASPCA shirt because I rescue all of the animals. And from soaking this shirt, you can see where the red from the screen print kind of stained on the shirt. So we'll see if it washes out or if it dyes over. I'm going to separate the screen print, the logo design, from the rest of the shirt just by pulling it up into like a cone and rubber banding around the bottom of it. And then I will crinkle the rest of the shirt, and I'm only going to put the dye on the body of the shirt and see if we can separate that out. you guys ready? Okay. I did ice dye over the summer, and I had a blast with it, and I had every intention of making a video with you guys, and didn't. So we're gonna do it now. I have my several designs, and so what I have to do is make a form to go around them to hold the snow in place. I use aluminum foil because then when I'm done I can just hang it up and then I can reuse it several times, as opposed to I've seen like cardboard for forms and stuff. It's really only a one-time use. It's kind of wasteful, and then when I'm done with the aluminum foil I can recycle it anyway, where a lot of times with wet cardboard you just have to throw it away. So it just depends on what your recycling facility does. So we're doing a fresh batch of aluminum foil. It's a snow day. It's a snow day. And so like I said, these are soaked in soda ash water solution for 20 minutes or more and then wrung out. When I ice dye, I go ahead and boost my color a little more, and I add soda ash while on this as well. So you're going to, I'm using, because this was the best deal that I could find, and this is for pools, this pH plus. What you want to look for is 100%, can we see, 100% sodium carbonate. Jakar makes it. It's super expensive because it's for tie-dye, and so they get you because they have it for like one, how do you say that? How do you say that? Like it's intended for one thing. It's not. It's just, it's a soda, it's a booster, right? Arm & Hammer baking soda, washing powder, washing booster. It's like $4 for a box. Just shop around and find your best deal, and just put in, like, you know, sodium carbonate 100% products, see what pops up and find your best deal. It doesn't have to be soda ash for tie-dye. It just has to be 100% sodium carbonate. So get yourself an extra little bit of this that you can sprinkle on. Don't do like me, because I just knocked the whole cup over and had to sweep it up. I'm really mad at myself. Make sure you're safe. Wear your gloves, wear your mask, because you're working with powders. I have new powders that I want to try. These are by Custom Colors. They're out of Mooresville, North Carolina. So I have violet, and I've got a couple violets, yeah? So they have different color depths. So you have a darker and a lighter, and so they're still violets, but one is a 530, one's a 533, so we got different depths of violet. I've got Caribbean Blue, number 440, which I've used. I have this Strong Turquoise, 417. It's beautiful. And I have this Wholesale Pink. So we're going to try those from Custom Colors. I also got a new dye from Dharma Trading, Indigo Blue. These are all natural fiber procion dyes. And then for color play today, I've got some antique lace to lighten some of the colors up. I've got some G&K Craft green. I've got some Creamsicle by Dharma, Caffeine Buzz by Dharma, Chocolate Brown by Dharma, and then by G&K Craft, I've got some Jade Green and some Flesh. So I wanted to play with my new colors, and then I just grabbed some stuff at random. Okay, there's two ways we're going to do this. We can put the snow down first, and then put the dye on top, or we can put the dye down and put the snow on top. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to play with both. With snow, remember, it's super light ice. So 10 to 13 inches of snow makes 1 inch of water. Where if you freeze 1 inch of water, you have a 1 inch water cube of ice. So I'm probably going to, normally I'll do like one layer of ice and walk away. I will probably add snow throughout the day as it melts, because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, we're finding this out together. I don't know what's going to happen. And the other thing too, what was I going to say? Tish, I need coffee. Oh, the other thing is I'm only working on one side. I'm not going to flip them over and put powder on the other side. So I'm going to go heavy to send it through. And for my shirts, that's the side. Oh, whatever. But because I'm only going to do one side, I'm going to go kind of heavy so it will go all the way through. So first, I'm going to prep again. And I'm going to just sprinkle some soda ash on. Even though we did prep them 20 minutes more, we're going to boost them, okay? We're going to boost that pH, and I'm liberal with it. Okay, I used about 2 ounces of soda ash for all of that. Okay, so for these two, I'm going to do color directly on the shirts and then put snow on top. And then for these other 3 on this side, I'm going to put snow on the scarf and tote, and then put the dye on the top. So we're going to start here. I'm going to start with my lightest colors first. So because it's that indigo, I'm going to put this autumn lace on it, antique lace, and cream it up some. If you go heavy, you can go as heavy as you want. I mean, everywhere I'm going to put the blue, I'm just going to put this, because I'm going to use all dark colors on this. We're playing. I'm not an expert. I'm just having fun, okay? So here's one way you can do it. I shied away from this type of dyeing because I thought it used too much dye as opposed to mixing it, and it really doesn't. Not in the grand scheme of things. So this is indigo. I'm going to take it from dark in the middle to light out on the edges. Out here, I'm going to use that, what was it, that pink? Yeah, wholesale pink here and flesh out here, because the flesh is kind of pinky too. Oh, I like it when they're sandy. It's the only way I know how to describe it. Some of them are thick, like they come out in the shape of the spoon, and then some of them are sandy. So this is another one that's kind of sandy. See what I'm saying? It doesn't hold the shape of the spoon. And ooh, I wonder where's that violet? We'll put violet here. Take the indigo over to violet. Okay. clear out that. So there's this side. For my favorite colors are blues and browns. I'm going to do, because of the browns, I think the accent will be pretty. So I'm going to go with the Caribbean blue. Some Caribbean blue and some of this chocolate brown. Mix it in there. Put some flesh in there too. This works out real nice in mixing. I'm gonna put a little more Caribbean over here. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. And then we're going to put snow here. Now I have my bucket of snow. Okay. On these three, I'm going to put snow down first. Probably I need to break it up somehow, I think. And we will definitely be adding more snow. Snow. Snogging. Okay. Let me dry my hands. Alright, yeah, okay. So here's we're going to put color on the top here. And for, let's see, I love the caffeine buzz. Do I got Raven? Raven, you guys. Because this black is broke down, or is made of several colors with a green base. As this breaks down in the ice, it goes from black to gray to green. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So we're going to use some of this Raven. And we'll probably throw some, because of green, we're going to throw some red in there too. Because red and green go great together. I'm putting this on this scarf. Going up kind of heavy. And it'll be heavy. So there's Raven in the Dharma Trading. Yeah. Here's some pomegranate in the Dharma Trading. And we're going to go across here. And we're going to take this over into the caffeine buzz, which is a brownie greeny color. We're going to do that over here. And then we're going to incorporate, hey Cooks, you falling down over there, girl? You making it? And then I'm going to incorporate this chocolate brown across these two colors. Why not? Ooh, guys, we're playing. And like I said, I'm going real heavy because I'm only doing it on one side. Because you can flip it over and do the other side. Ooh, I can't wait for that one. Okay, there's that. And then for this little tote, let's make it bright. Let's use, what haven't I used yet? I've used them all. That's better. That's better. All right, I'm gonna go back with this pink for the tote. And purple. Pink and the violet. This the violet, and then we're going to throw some of that Caribbean in there too. Which one's the Caribbean? This one. Okay. And then for our last scarf. Cooks, for real, what are you doing over there? Stop climbing and everything. For this, so we did this. I've got some mist gray all around. And some strong turquoise. And some pomegranate. We got out of pomegranate. I don't know that they make this anymore. They change their colors up a lot, which makes it fun. And we're gonna do, why are you on such a tear? Oh my God. Some, I need one more. I'm gonna go with the chocolate brown. That's the theme today, the chocolate brown. Because brown, blue, red, they all go together like in jewelry. So your Southwest jewelry, your turquoises and your corals, they always mix with the jasper. So why not? Let's do that. We'll call this the Southwest. Okay, we're gonna let this sit and melt. And this afternoon, hopefully if I've got some snow left, we're going to come back and put another layer of snow. At least twice. This is going to have to set probably for 4 or 5 days. Tie-dye doesn't like it below 70 degrees. We keep our house about 64. So if it's cold, don't rush it. Seriously, let it set 4 or 5 days and then rinse it out. So goal here was probably Wednesday or Thursday. So, okay, what can we see? Okay, it's been about 2 hours. And we're melting really quick, but what I'm noticing is the powder is being pretty hydrophobic. And I think it's because the snow is melting too fast. So let me show you. I'm gonna put layers on as often as I can because the snow's melting real quick, but so here's what I mean by hydrophobic. Here, it's still dry. It's not breaking down. And that's because I don't have a lot of control of where the ice is, or the snow is going, right? Because of the way it's just clumping up. So if you don't know what hydrophobic is, put a spoonful of cinnamon in a glass of water and then pick the spoon back up and see what happens. So let's add some more. Let's add some more. I'm going to put smaller clumps to try and get it packed on. Can you see me? Okay. I'm just going to put small. Oh, I need to move my phone. Yes. And I'm really pushing the snow down this time. Mashing it on there pretty good. Are you ready to look at some snow dice? I did rinse them out a little bit early because I rinsed them out outside, and so at the 3-day mark on Tuesday we actually like hit 60 degrees, so I went ahead and rinsed them out a little bit early just to take advantage of that warm weather outside. So let's see what we did. Look at this tote! Look at the colors! Look at the colors that came out on this tote. It's an organic cotton, and I am 100% sure that the quality of the fabric also helps to dictate the quality of the dye. But here's the really cool thing about this little tote that we ice dyed, because it looks like a liquid dye. I'm going to show you the difference real quick. This is an ice dye on a t-shirt. This is an ice dye, not a snow dye. So here's an ice dye. The only way I can describe it is it's like it's out of focus. So all the lines are blurred and it's out of focus. As opposed to, say, a similar crinkle liquid dye, your pattern is very crisp and clear. Your lines are crisp and clear, right? How did that happen on this snow dye? And that's why I'm going to say I think that it's the fabric itself. Do you see? I love this tote so much. So let's look at the scarf. So we did the first scarf in the raven, pomegranate, chocolate brown, and caffeine buzz. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at this. Look at this. And so do you see what I mean about blurry? It all just, oh my God. Look at that pattern. Come on, look at that pattern right there. But look how it just all blended together so beautifully. And you can see the raven. The raven wants to break down into its component colors. It's not picking it up real good on my camera, and I'm so sorry. But all of the colors want to break down. So you've got pomegranate, but it's breaking down into this. Here's your strong pomegranate, but look how it's breaking down into these other reds that were combined to make the pomegranate. And then you're going back into that orangey pomegranate there, right? And that's what I love about using the ice dye, in this case snow dye, but it breaks the colors down into their components. Look how stunning this scarf is. Absolutely stunning. And so that is the, ooh. Did you see? It's so pretty. Let's look at the Southwest. The turquoise, the pomegranate, the chocolate brown, the mist gray. The same with with your ice dyes, you can get a lot of like that negative space, right? Because it's the way that the dye soaks through, right? Because it's not with the liquid to force it through, right? But look how these broke down. Look how they broke down. So again, that pomegranate got real violety as it was breaking down, because it was breaking down into that turquoise, right? Red and blue make purple. But then you also still have that violety kind of component in the color composite of that pomegranate. And look how they just all married so beautifully in that breakdown of that powder through the snow. Oh, these designs! There's something else I want to show you real quick too, especially like when you're looking for your fabrics that you want to dye. This is a cotton poly flannel blend. So it means it has a cotton face. Here's your face, but on the other side is where you have your poly blend. And can you see how, you know how when we did the polyester before, how it kind of lightens up? It lightens up the coloring, right? It mutes it. And that's the inside of this flannel. So the inside of the flannel is a cotton poly with a cotton face. Okay? Just like this sweatshirt. So this sweatshirt is a cotton poly blend, but it's got a cotton face. So it's super vibrant. Picks up all the colors. It screams like it's 100% cotton, right? But when you turn it inside out, look at the inside. The inside acts like a polyester. It doesn't want to take any of that color whatsoever. So when you're shopping and you're looking for your items, if they're a cotton poly blend, dig a little bit deeper in the description and see if it's a cotton face, because you can still dye it. We'll break that down in another video, but I just wanted you to know this today. Okay, now let's look at the ASPCA shirt. And the red did go away once we dyed it. So we pulled this forward and dyed the rest of the shirt. But because it sat for so long, the wicking effect of the cotton pulled the dye up into it. So that's why the dye came up into the area that we had pulled out into a cone and rubber banded off, because it sat for so long it wicked it up. That's okay. I mean, it's okay, because it blends out so nicely. See how there's that white gradient, super light gradient that goes out into the rest of the color? How gorgeous did that turn out? So it's like out of focus in the ASPCA. But look at these colors. And look how they modeled together so beautifully. Look at that design. Oh my God! Do you see the green man? Do you see it? There's his eyes. There's the bridge of his nose. There's his mouth, his lips, and then his great hair coming out the back. I have a green man on the back of my shirt. I love green man. Oh my God, do you see how cool that is? Oh my God. Yeah, this is my shirt, y'all. I'm keeping this one. But how cool did this turn out with all of those colors? And this one was the dye directly on the fabric, and then the snow on top of that. And now let's take a closer look at this one. Okay. Oh. Oh. So here we folded it in half when we did the fan fold, and then we didn't do the rubber bands too tightly, because we only put I turned it up on its side, so the fan folds were up top as opposed to the flat side. And then I put the color down, right? So we've got a lot of negative space in there, because of the folds. It's a lot of fabric to melt through, right? But that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a lot of negative space, but I wanted that color to bleed through there. And then we had this breakdown of this indigo over into that super light blue. Because you can see, here's part of that breakdown. This I wasn't expecting at all. This light blue breakdown. It almost looks like I put the Caribbean on there, and I didn't. Unless I splashed a little bit over, but that would be a tiny, tiny little splash. Because I watched the video twice. I didn't splash it over. So this is how the indigo breaks out. And then over here we did the violet. No, it's the violet. It's the violet. It's the violet. The violet is breaking out into that. Yes! So here's the violet breaking out into the blue. Here's the pink. And then the flesh. I watched the video again on the flesh because I thought it was pinkier. It's orange. It's orange. All orange. And I am not mad about it. Look at that. Look at how that goes together. This was fun. This was really, really fun. And I love it. And I'm keeping it. And I'm wearing it. Because look how fun it turned out. Just for a fun snow day. Ice play. Snow day. Snow play. How cool is this? So here is dye directly on the fabric. This is dye on top of the snow. I love this better. As far as color breakout, as far as design, as far as color saturation, I think the dye powder on top of the snow is a prettier look. A lot prettier look. Because I think the dye on the fabric with the snow on top is a sparser dye. Still beautiful in its own right. I like a lot more saturation. A lot more saturation. And that works the same with my ice dyes as well. I put the ice on the fabric and then the powder on top of the snow. So, hey, we played in the snow and we made some we made some beautiful, does anybody see a possum over here? We made some beautiful things. And if you like these kind of videos, please like and subscribe. I've got a lot of ideas ahead. Once we warm up a little bit, I'll be doing a lot more tie-dye videos. Jewelry, crochet, you know the drill. And remember, be peaceful. Be kind. Try something new today. Who knows? You might like it. I'll talk to you soon.